All right, here we go, ladies. What time is it?
Ask
Your
your
aunties. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, okay. Hey.
The reggaeton of it all.
Right.
Yeah, listen, Puerto Rico, we gotta represent.
That's true. Hey. Hey. Let's
She's a
see here.
beatboxer all of a sudden. I didn't know I could do that.
She's running to the track star.
When the boys ask what that mouth do, she be like,
She's like, refer to episode 146.
Right? They should probably ask what it don't do at this point.
Oh, I know that's right. That's like, anyway. Okay. Hey, aunties. Another queer friend of mine told me that my out and proud, in quotes, lifestyle makes them feel inadequate. I like to dress up and I present as very gender nonconforming. In other words, I guess you could say I'm always quote unquote on when it comes to my identity and how I express myself. Do I need to do better to make space for more reserved queer people? Is there any virtue in turning it down? Aunties, in other words, am I too much?
No.
I mean, it's
Absolutely
possible to
not.
be too much, but I don't think you're being too much when it comes to how you identify and how you represent yourself. Like,
part.
that's other people's issues. I mean, do you talk too much? Yeah, maybe you're doing too much. You know, are you drinking too much? Yeah, maybe you're doing too much. Are you sloppy? Yeah, maybe you're doing too much. But when it comes to how you
not how
dress,
you dress. Come on.
Yeah.
no, but show up and show out. Like that's the love of it all, you know.
No,
and
let the people rise to the occasion, right?
thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know.
Come
so
on now, Maya Angelou.
Yes, and
Still
this
I
is why the
rise.
cage birds sing. But
Ah,
honestly, yes, absolutely. You know what? Be you, live your life, live authentically, as long as you're living in it and it's coming from an honest place where you feel like you don't have to be on.
That part.
Hear that,
Yeah.
all right? Where you don't have to be on and it's truly who you are, then it should be fine as long as you're actually not doing too much. And if it's not for them, it's not for them. They don't have to go out with you that night. They can invite you over to have a glass of, like, you know,
Arby's
Sancerre.
vodka.
Yes, or Arby's
Arby's
vodka,
vodka.
to bring it full circle. You know, in a more quiet setting, because you're not going to be, if you're not being too much, you're not going to be that on when it's one-on-one, like on someone's couch. You know?
I mean, some people are.
Oh.
Yeah,
I do honestly. I feel like don't let other people tell you how to be you. Period.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, don't let other people, if they're insecure about it, that's their issue. That's not your issue. Like, are you doing too much? No, you're probably not doing enough. Be you, boo.
Yeah.
Be you. If they got a problem with it, guess what? That's their problem. So
Yep.
Especially like, and I mean, we've seen this in the queer community where someone's like, quote unquote, too much, or wearing quote unquote too much, and it comes out to feminine and masculinity shit. That's what it really comes down to.
X.
And it just bothers me that people still feel like they have to put their insecurities on others just because and maybe you are living your 1000% truth and it's not that, but to still tell someone else not to do their 1000% truth is bizarre to me. And I've heard it, like, I've had friends say, oh, look at that queen over there doing that. Like, who gives a fuck? And I'm about to go say, hey, boo, because I'm about to put on my caftan and shit like that. And it's just
ain't no hateration in the
this
dancery.
dancery. Like, it
No.
bothers me so bad.
No,
like, it's
no,
like,
no.
because like we work so hard to be okay with ourselves within the gay community,
Yeah.
and for it to be within the gay community to have people around you still say you're not enough or you're just doing too much and this and that bothers the fuck out of me so
I mean, like,
badly.
If they ain't feeding you, fucking you, or paying your bills, why are you pressed about what
and even if
someone
they
else does?
are,
Yeah.
At the same
And
time,
even if they are,
This-
exactly.
this is
like,
what
you
you
really
signed
don't
up
got to
for.
understand.
right?
But legit, we've all been on a journey, our individual journeys here, and I hear a lot of them. Shameless plug on the podcast of my
Yes,
own. I hear
yes. And
it's
what's the name
like,
of your podcast?
in your mouth.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
But like, I hear a lot of, like, there's a lot of coming out stories, like, and I don't qualify coming out stories because, you know, from the struggle or from the quote unquote bad, like a phoenix rises, or from, everybody's journey is different. So how do you qualify that into good or bad?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like the struggle is real, and all of our journeys to get to where we are has been so like
Trauma
long and maybe trauma filled, or maybe like, listen, I hear great stories too. Mommy and daddy love me. Mommy and daddy brought me dolls, this and that. But still there's that discovery there as well. So, and you can always tell who's being too much and who's putting it on, because it doesn't come from a place of you being you, and and as someone who gets told I'm too much all the time, because people, and I correct people all the time, they're like, even if they're joking, oh my God, you're too much. I'm like, nope, I'm just enough.
There you go.
Always, because it took me a long time to get here, a long time. And if I'm not for you, I'm not for you, and I'm okay with that. I understand. I understand that. But like, you're either on the train or you can hop off the train at this stop, right? And great, like, I'm gonna keep moving. So like, do you, but it really has to come from like a grounded, authentic, like you are actually being you, and they're not trying to say something in a terrible way to you.
And here's the thing: you never hear someone say it to someone that, and like the stereotypical maybe like masculine things, like, oh, you watch football too much, or you watch baseball. Like, it's always like the gender non-conforming that like we get these kind of questions, or we get these kind of things, and that's what really fucking blows my mind, because it's just like, it shows that there's still something within you that you haven't dealt with yet, and that like you feel like that person being around you is going to like bring something out of you or something, like, and that's the part that bothers me, because you never hear this from, oh, you wear carpenter jeans too much. You wear, like,
oh no, I've said that.
I would say that absolutely. Them cargo pants, the ones that zip at the fucking knees, bitch. No, they got to go.
Every time I see a cargo
again,
I'm like,
there's the line.
Where, what in the 1998 Old Navy is happening right here?
What in the Gap commercial is this?
No,
but and so that's like, when I hear shit like this, it's like it's always around gender non-conforming and things like that, and that's the part it bothers the shit out of me. And I'll always stand up for people, like, because I've heard people say, oh, look at that, and I'm like, oh, she's fabulous. Like, what the fuck? Like, of course we looking at her.
Let her live.
Like, period. So yeah,
people get so wrapped up in what other people is doing. Like,
you're right.
Ain't you a wreck too? Like, come on now. Like, why you so worried about what somebody else doing in your life in shambles?
Listen, on the dirty Twitter, I don't know if y'all have dirty Twitters or follow all Twitters, or
the burner account is very live and well.
Well, yes, right. But there's this I don't post. I just peep, right? Just in case y'all getting ideas, you can slide into my DMs. Feel free, but I do not post. I just peep, and so I follow this man that presents as like bi-curious, and is, I don't know how I started following this person, but whatever.
He was cute at one time and his dick was out.
Maybe, I don't even know if it was all that.
That usually works for me.
But he said something very interesting the other day, because he was defending somebody in this like curious phase of their life, and he was like, the meanest people to gay people are gay people. And I was like, ain't that the truth sometimes? Dawon,
I mean, there's both. There's a
lot of hate. There's a lot of very different kind of hate. I feel like the hate that gays give each other is different than the hate that it's different than the hate that you get from straights.
Well, I said the meanest people to gay people are gay people, so it's like, right? Yeah. It's different than like the hate and the hateration.
Yeah, because a lot of the straights will say that shit behind your backs, and they'll run like, gays are very like, they live for the drama, they live for the shade in front of you, to the Rita room, the white chromosome off your asshole, like, for real.
Cruella DeVille.
Right.
Listen, I went to a shirtless event, quote unquote, not that long ago, where I guess I was the I guess I was the heaviest person there, and she's not heavy. Not, at least I don't think so.
I mean,
right?
was this like a
So,
twink
No,
convention?
no.
'Cause-
But apparently they're calling themselves jocks. But I was like, really? What? All right. I was the only one with less than abs there. Let's put it that.
Mhm.
And someone walked by and there was like, oh, cute belly. And I was like, wait a minute, was that a compliment or was that? And then I was like, oh, I feel like that was shady. And I was like, oh, I gotta get out
It's
of
the
here. This
PTSD.
You know, there
of
is
it all for
nothing.
me.
There is nothing more than I love in the gay community when playing sports is watching the gay person who has the ripped body and they are so unathletic.
uncoordinated.
They can't do nothing.
Yeah.
I said, you
Big
swing a
for nothing.
baseball
That's
like
what we
that.
call them.
I said, you can't. You swing your arm like you swinging a purse, but it's like you about to slap. I said, no, baby. See, get them fake ass muscles on my face, bitch.
Yeah, I used to work a lot of catering gigs in this city, right? And all the actors and models of it all, and caterators of it all, having all these ripped bodies, this and doing that,
Yeah.
right? And then all of a sudden, somebody asked them to ask the big guy to carry a table, and they're like, and I was like, "What are all these muscles for? You're big for nothing. God, move out of the way."
And it's just
I
like
live for it.
it's just the insecurity across the whole community, and it's just like I you'll never catch me like downing people like that because it's just like we've all struggled with so much shit. And so for me to throw that like shit on top, no, that is not cute to me at all. And I call people out all the time. Like I know some of my friends probably get tired of Kerel because I will say it in a moment because I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like that does nothing. That brings nothing to the community at all for you to do that shit. And it's just showing me your insecurities and how like you haven't dealt with yourself. So now I quite frankly like want to limit the amount of time I'm with you because who knows what the fuck you're saying about me.
Oh, those are people that me. I am. She be over here like this,
stirring that brew.
So I make time for the haters. I make time. I'm like, oh, so you want to talk about my mama? Like I wild out. I see somebody being ignorant like that or being disrespectful to other people like that, and it's like a game of Dodge. She be ready to jump in, like, here we go. Boop, so here we go. In. Look, those are the people I make time for. But I love to give people who are living their best life. Like, I don't know, there is something about seeing someone that's like, they are in an outfit that I'm like, damn, I would never rock something like that. But bitch, you are killing it. Yeah. I love to hype people up. I love being like, bitch, you better do that. You better do that. I love being that person. I would quickly be like, hey, let's go.
Period.
Because it feels good. And I love that people get to that place where they feel like that's a great way for them to express who they are as individuals. Like I like to do mine through like sports. Other people like to do it through fashion.
Even you have your little moments, so like the little gold face thing you had. And
I mean, every now and then, but that's not her. I'm a jeans. I truly am a jeans and t-shirt girl. That's where I live in.
She a naked girl.
That's true.
I mean, we're talking about out
right
in the
now.
pub.
And on the alt Twitter.
Oh no, I'm ashy. Never mind. I'm ashy. Let me put that up.
Who doesn't have pants on?
Okay, everybody got that. So actually, I can't do that. I ain't that flexible. But whoever sent this in, I hope you put your friend in place, and hopefully it's not really your friend because they shouldn't be doing that shit. And now hopefully your friend works on themselves because clearly they're still holding on to a lot. Don't let them steal your shine. Do not let them steal your shine.
Don't let them steal your joy.
Mine. I'm gonna
let it shine.
Let it shine.
Where my tambourine?
Let it shine. Let it shine.
Wait, do we have the rights to this song?
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey.
I mean, come on now.